Here we go. Mr. Norris. It's just you, sir. Crikey, that was quick. Anna, hello. Thank you very much for joining us. Blimey. Anna and Andrew, straight in there. That's what I like to see. Lynn, chop, chop. This is going to be an hour of riveting conversation, no doubt. Yet again, I've had to do a quick tidy up. Just behind me was full of stuff earlier on. Mr. English in it, and Tracy, good evening. Cynthia, hello. I've never had so many people rush along before. It's amazing. Lara, goodness me, I caught one. Hi. Mr. McCagan. Oh, please, this is too much. 13 people watching already. Ah, now then. I want to know if David and Lisa are out there watching. Clive, good evening, Clive. David and Lisa, did you remember about the live from Syracuse, I think? Are you there? You said you would try and join this evening if you could. Good. Cheers, everybody. Good evening, Mike. If David and Andrew Murphy's there, if you remember the video I did, crikey, a couple of weeks ago, thank you, Anna. I much appreciate that. You know, when we went into the chain library, I personally didn't know what to expect, but the fact that we were able to have one of the Wimborne Minster guides to tell us the history of it all was absolutely fantastic. And it was a fascinating place to go and visit and you know, get that talk about the place. Hey, up me duck is Paul. He's there from Adventures with Sogs. Thank you very much, Paul. I hope you're well, my friend. So yeah, it was a lovely place to visit, Anna. It was very interesting, actually. All I've got to do now, Mr. Musco, good evening, sir. All I've got to do now is make sure that the other videos from that particular day follow in order. I've got about 6 or 7 videos. I'm working on 3 at the moment, and I've got the others I've got to try and schedule in, but I've got to make sure I get them in the right order. Good evening, Paul. Paul from Our Days Out is there. Good evening, sir. How are you? Lynn saying, I enjoyed Paul's video at the Abbey, not seen your latest yet, Kevin. I didn't film at that one. I just let Paul to do that. The latest one is the Chain Library, Lynn, at Wimborne Minster. As I was saying, it's a fascinating place to go and visit. And then after going to the Chain Library, we had a look around the Minster. You couldn't see a huge amount from the outside of the Minster, but it was great. See the thumbnail and watch later. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you very much. I haven't seen that David and Lisa have commented yet, but I did a video. I was asked to be a tour guide around Midhurst. Excuse me, Ron. For my friend Louise and her 2 American guests, David and Lisa. And they said they were going to try and join, because where they are in America, I think it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, hopefully, yeah. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it's a great place to go to, mate. You ought to. I know it's a lot further down for you, but it's a fascinating place to go to. But we met up with Dave Ford down there. We had a lovely day. Well, yeah, a lovely day with Ian. Dave was with us for about half an hour, I think. Yes, I remember you saying he was in America, Lynn. I hope everything's going well. How's the advertising business going? Which one? I didn't know I had one, actually. Now, I've done 2 tour guide now around Midhurst, and David and Lisa, I showed them exactly the same as I did the first one. So, but the first group, they gave Cynthia and I a round of applause, which was lovely. And I think I mentioned in the last live that two ladies said to me, you know, that it must be fascinating to be a tour guide of Midhurst. And I just said, I'm not. I've never done one before. So, Lynn saying everything is going well with him, Kevin. Thanks. He's been working in Orlando and now he's moved on to training in Ohio. Brilliant. That's great, Lynn. Laura said, I'll be watching in the background, probably not too chatty as I'm desperately trying to catch a sunny fly that's following me around the house. So I take it Ricky's not there with you, Laura. Mr. Croser, I hear Mickey Mouse wears a Kevin's Rebels watch. If he does, it's one that's not been produced by me. Oh dear. I'm actually tremendously grateful to everybody. It's 6 minutes past 8 and there's 23 people watching already. This is fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. I wish it was like this every week. I've got lots to talk about, but I'll wait for a little while before I delve into that lot. I hope everybody is well. There's lots of horrible bugs going around at the moment, particularly quite a nasty cold bug. There seems to be a lot of, I think, Kim Watson, I think she's come down with it. I think I saw something on Facebook. She was saying who's given me the germs, the bug. Where's our way back? Well, I met. She did say hello, Lynn, and she said she will get back to us as soon as she can. She did message me on a chat just before I went live to say that she'll explain to me why she's not going to be there straight away. But she's there in the background somewhere. Steve's there, so he's keeping an eye on all the chit chat. Good evening, Michael. Lynn's saying, "Where's our one? Oops, I missed her." Hi, Cynthia. Yes, I think she said hello quite earlier on. Hang on, let's have a quick scroll back. Paul from Our Days Out saying he's good. Thanks. Sorry, Paul, I missed that one. Where was Cynthia saying hello? Oh yeah, right back near the beginning, Lynn. So yeah. Michael, I hope you're well. Paul, I've been trying to catch up on some of your Paul from Our Days Out. I've been trying to catch up on some of your videos. It's just very difficult. I think what was the one I saw the other day? I can't remember what it was I saw. I watched 2 or 3 of yours in one day. Oh gosh, I can't remember what it was. Were you testing something? Had you been sent something to test? I think. I can't remember now. I'm sure it's something you were testing something. I can't remember what it was. Well, you always seem to be testing things, Paul. You're a very lucky man. I've never been asked to test anything yet. Michael's saying he can't complain. Michael, I know you and I have had some private chats, and I know that, and I'm not going to say anything about it, but I know you've had a bit of a difficult time recently. So all the best to you, mate. Michael, as you know, I'm not a particularly religious person, but I will show you this. I've got that just on my side here. Well, not on my side, but it's just to the side over here. But if I must admit, if I do get a bit stressed out, which I do from time to time, I must admit I do hold on to the cross, because it is a type of cross that you hold in your hand, and you actually just rub it and hold it. So I do occasionally do that. Tactile. That's the right word, Lynn. Yeah. So I do that from time to time. And you know, it just helps. But you know, so yeah. But you know me, always smiling. It says, yeah. Go ahead, Rob. What's he doing? Yeah. No, please, Rob. We don't want to know about what it's like up in Cumbria. We know you're a long way north. Yeah. Michael is someone I think he lives up in London somewhere. Um, Windy Kevin. I've heard it's windy up that way, Rob. Yeah. Cousin Sue was telling me that it was blowing a hoolie in Hucknall today, and that it was her heating actually kicked in on the temperature drop this morning. I had to this back room out the back that way is my garden, and this room here earlier on was quite chilly, so I actually did click my heating on, because if I'm going to be sitting out here for an hour ish or over, then I don't want to get too cold. And I must admit, I am getting to feel the cold more. I didn't used to mind the winters, but I do now, because this old fella, this old boy, 71 years of age, actually nearly 70, well, no, not nearly 72. Hang on, looking at the calendar. 6 weeks, 7 weeks, something like that. Our heating has been on since September. Mike Dixon, can I highly recommend Ben Manton, the Salisbury organist, who releases a once-weekly YouTube film which includes old churches, countrysides, and lovely organ music. Thank you, Mike. Rob said, holiday Mike Dixon. Yeah. Please give Bella a few strokes from me. Ron Laney, no heating on here yet. Have you got one? Have you got your onesie on, Ron? I bet you've got a onesie on, haven't you? I could just imagine you in a onesie. Oh dear. Michael's saying he's very good, Mr. Nick. That's good. Lynn, and when we go camping, Rich wants to take our electric. Oh dear. Mark English, heating? I'm still in shorts. It's 20 degrees tomorrow in the southeast. Yeah, it's going to be warm, isn't it? Unfortunately, I've got to go out and help my cousin Rodney. The joys of being the younger cousin that helps the older cousin out from time to time by holding a ladder. No. We have a bit of fun. Clive, currently cooking a trout that I caught today at the trout fishery at Dunkton. Now, oh, wow. That's amazing. Is that the one that's sort of stuck its tongue out at you, Clive, as you walked by when you were saying, oh, I'd like to put a line in there? Oh, I know. Oh, well done, Clive. That's brilliant. Andrew's saying, not yet heating this time of year. I put an extra jumper on, lots of wood cut and ready for our snow to come. Oh, yeah. Tropical onesie. Yeah. No, I haven't acquired a onesie. Thank you very much. Well, there's a challenge for us all. We all ought to have a GoFundMe page. A GoFundMe page for Ron to get a onesie. Oh dear, that would be brilliant. Rob said, I thought you all had wood burners and Argus down myself. What? No, we don't. Ian McCagan says, Rodney's a good guy. Oh, hang on a minute. He's not your cousin. He don't leave me alone. Actually, I was out with him last night, and my son joined Rodney and I at a local pub, the Swan, which dates from the 1500s, and it used to be a what's the name in? You know the one I mean. Mark, I've got a woolly hat on. Good. Ron saying, go on, then I might get one for LA. Oh, brilliant. Had our first frost yesterday, but this next week will be sunny. Oh, frost, don't. Don't. That's no. Don't want any frost. I'll cut my grass this afternoon. That's probably the last cut of the year. I have to say that very carefully. Anyways, let me just delve into, what are we, 15 minutes. Let me delve into my list. The Last Walk at Net, led by Richard Suggett, ably supported by Amanda, who I called Angela, I think, at one point. What's that, Ron? Extra large. Extra large. Everyone could wear a onesie. One of Kevin's walks in the winter. Oh, can you imagine it? Can you? I'd have to try and get some all printed up with with my avatar blazoned across the front. Oh dear. Mr. Croser's saying, getting cold down there, is it? Yes, it is actually, Rob. I know you wouldn't feel it because you're a hard northerner. Northerner? Yeah, that do. Nature needs a good frost and a yeah, it does actually. What I was just told me is out with his sister for a meal, but maybe back later to join the live. I think you ought to tell him and say he has to be back. There's no excuse for it. Actually, if he's having a meal in, he could put it on his phone, and they could have the live on while they're eating. That'd be play it to the whole restaurant. Yes, the net walk. Let me get back to that. Brilliant. Unfortunately, we didn't see the wildlife that we were hoping to, but what a lovely, lovely walk it was. I really enjoyed it. The perfect thing about it was a figure-of-8 walk, which meant those that the full walk is 5 miles. And oh, right, Dixon, I'd like to shape your wine glass. Thank you very much. He said he's just messaging Kevin. Has he? Well, my phone's out in the sitting room then, and I'm in the back room. Yeah, it's 5 miles. So 2.5 miles each half, figure-of-8. So those that didn't want to or couldn't do the second half, they stopped. We all stopped with them. We all stopped together. We had a coffee, a snack, and then they went on home or to a meal or whatever. And the rest of us carried on, and it was lovely. It was a really lovely walk. Then Steve, Laura, Mark, Cynthia and I, we went to a pub called the Georgian Dragon, I think it was called. Wow, what a pub that was. We were sat in this lovely long, it was an extension to the pub. The staff were fantastic, very, very attentive to us. We asked some questions about how long they'd been there. They were very open to what they planned to do and what they've been doing since they've been there. And I tell you what, the food, wow, was fantastic. Mark, I know, really enjoyed his meal, and we had a lovely time. We weren't rushed at all. The service was fantastic, and I'm very happy. Although it's a little bit of a journey for me and Cynthia and Steve and Laura, likewise for Mark, but I would be very happy to go back there just before Christmas, perhaps end of November, something like that, to see what themes they've got for Christmas. They had an autumn theme in the extension where we were, and it was really nicely done. They were great, and I don't know about you, Mark, but I'd love to go back somewhere nearer Christmas. Oh, Lynn, it was lovely. And literally, I think where you went was across the road, or we got to a road junction. I think you turned one way and we turned the other. Cynthia's back, way back's back. So that rounded off the day really, really well. Excuse me. Then we got the next, we turned the wrong way. Lynn, it's such a shame you weren't with us. It would have, really made the day a perfect day, although the day was perfect anyway. Bonnie's Walk. at the end of this month is the 26th, starting off at her allotment, and then it's quite a steep walk, I believe, up onto the downs, and then it's reasonably flat. So that's the 26th of this month. I'm looking forward to that. I would love to see, obviously, because I've got an allotment, which I share with Cynthia. I'm really looking forward to seeing Bonnie's, because it looks like she's done a fantastic amount of work on it. Then November, I've written down the 30th of November for the November walk, and it's going to be a flat walk in Bognor. It's being led by Ron and Elaine, and if they didn't know it, they do now. Lynn said, we've done the Hove Walk and it's lovely, but we can't go to that one. As you know, I'm sure you'll. Yeah, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, you did tell us why. So yes, a flat walk in November. If it's dry, fine. If it's breeze, it's great. But being right on the coast, right by the sea, if it's raining, no. So that, I think, will be the 30th of November. Cynthia's saying, Bonnie has suggested if anybody wants to join the walk from the Hilltop Cafe, they could, just to do the flat part. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no reason why they couldn't. Hope to go to the Bognor one, says Lynn. That'd be brilliant, Lynn. Be lovely to see you. So that's the the walks for next year. Good evening, Fiona. Hello. Ron says we'll be leading from the back. Are you trying to take over from Andrew Norris? That's where Andrew leads from. On Friday of this coming week, Cynthia and I are meeting up with Steve. A couple of things that Steve and I are going to be talking about. He's coming down to our allotment, and then the three of us are going to be going to do a walk just locally. And we've got several things we're going to be talking about. And one of the things the three of us are going to be talking about is the walks for next year. Andrew and Tracy sent us a list that we're going to have a look at. We've got other suggestions as well, but if anybody's got any suggestions, please, for next year, please let us know. I know there's one that Lynn wants to do, which I believe is going to be quite a toughish walk. But if you've got any suggestions, let me put it this, for those that can't do a big walk, if you know of somewhere that's flat, say about 2.5 miles, please let Cynthia or me know. We can then look at doing something like that, or even doing a midweek walk for some people if they can't do a big walk. So we're trying to accommodate as many people with the walks as we can. I know Cynthia and I have touched on the subject over the last few weeks about doing different walks that would accommodate different walking abilities. So please let us know. Let's just have a quick look. Did you enjoy Scotland? Steve said, yeah. Ron said it's a straight walk. Andrew Nice, so we don't need to be there. The July walk is booked. Kim and I, thanks to Rob, are working on it. Oh, lovely, Andrew. Thank you very much. And if anybody knows the date for next July, Cynthia's probably looking it up as we speak. So that'd be great. And there's something else I want to touch on about the July walks and the Christmas walks, Christmas meals, in a little while. I know Steve has said that he had a lovely time. I hope it was. Yeah, Tracy, it was. But I have to say, several of the walks Cynthia and I have done, Tracy, and quite a few of them have got hills on. And some of the hills are quite steep. Yeah. Rob is saying anyone could do the one at Southeast. That'd be great. That'd be great. So that's the walks for next year. We talked about, well, as I say, we're going to be talking about that with Steve on Friday. Now, just to let everybody know, and you've probably seen from the post that Cynthia put up yesterday, the Christmas meal is booked. We've achieved the numbers which we had to achieve to keep the room to ourselves, which was 35. So that's great. So we've got the room to ourselves. So it's booked. All the deposits are paid. Cynthia typed out a schedule for what everybody wants. The deposits everybody's paid, the choices, etc., etc. And that's been handed over to the pub, and we've gone above and beyond what the pub asked us to do to try and make it a smooth sailing for the meal. Where we're going to be sitting, it is a conservatory that was added to the pub some years ago, but we are literally right outside the kitchen. So when the meals start coming out, it's going to be straight from the kitchen. Cynthia and I have met the chef, and his name is Mike. The pub manager, I think his name is Andy. We spoke to a lovely lady yesterday. So, I'm really looking forward to this one. And if it goes well, I'm going to say already, if it goes well, I would say let's head there again in 2026. I know it's a long way off, but the potential there is fantastic. It really is. Let me just try and catch up on some of the messages. Lynn's saying that sounds lovely, Kevin. Cynthia's a superstar. Oh dear, she certainly is. Andrew's saying, bravo, Cynthia, thanks for the work around the Christmas lunch. We really appreciate what we do, Cynthia. And I speak for everyone. It's not easy. No, you're absolutely right. I said to someone the other day, Lynn, and I think I was chatting to, who was I chatting? It doesn't matter. But I was saying that the group was started about 5 years ago, and I think I may have touched on this before. There's a little bit of a debate between Cynthia and I about who actually started the group, but I'll let Cynthia claim the credit for it. I think I'm going to say it's a joint effort, but it was an idea. We had the page, the Kevin's Rambles Facebook page, and I think there's something like 450 followers there. And like Cynthia and I was saying yesterday, we don't use the page enough, and we need to. We need to start using the page a lot more. And then from the page came the group, and the group has just grown and grown and grown. We're 284 people in it now. I just want the group to grow. It's been a fantastic to do it. But as everybody knows, Steve loves his history. He loves his research. So from that point of view, Steve is very important for my videos to get the information out there. So Steve loves that. I'm just like I don't know, the figurehead, shall we say, it's got his name on it. But if it wasn't for Cynthia, this wouldn't go at all. I've got to be honest. I wouldn't be able to do the amount of work she does. Look at the messages. So yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Paul Watson likes your post and wondering who was that. Thank you, Paul. How about joining the live? Let me try and catch up with these before I go on to the next bit. Ron's saying, put me the name down for next year. And Tracy. Rob's saying, Uncle Ron, I know a good vet. Mike Dixon. Ron Elaine's charity garden party was a wonderful gathering and highlight of a summer. Absolutely brilliant, Mike, wasn't it? Absolutely lovely. Andrew Norris is saying, we'll see you in 26. Please take lots of photographs and videos of the Christmas lunch, as I really enjoy looking at them. We will, Michael. Don't worry about that. In fact, I'll probably leave that to people like Mark and Lynn. I won't have any time to do any filming, so anybody else that wants the video, they're very welcome to. Lynn saying Steve is a superstar as well. Absolutely is, as I say. His forte is the research. It's when sometimes when Steve turns up, we go for a walk. Steve turns up with it can be sometimes 5-6 pages of information. So I just try and pick the bits out, like bullet points from it all. But no, he does a great job, does Steve. Now I've known Steve for 30. Hang on, how old are our kids, Steve? Our boys 43. Oh, blimey. Steve and I met when our boys were 4 years of age, I think. So we've known each other a long time. Probably too long. Andrew's saying yes about the garden party. I'll be videoing. Brilliant. So thank you, Lynn. Steve for Bricks. Hello, Daniel. I hope you're well. The picnic was a highlight. Thanks to it. Absolutely, it was brilliant. Thanks, Mike and Andrew. Say Robert. Hope your teeth are a lot better in. But they were when he took them out. Two lovely events. Thanks, Ryan Lane. 38 years, says Steve. Thanks very much, Mark. I can rely on you to give them maths because I couldn't work it out. Andrew said, I don't do any research on my walks as I wing it each time. Sometimes it works better, Andrew. Sometimes it works better. Is Jeremy Holmes coming to Christmas? Yes, he is. Is he? Yeah, Jeremy and William. Folks, can you do me a favour? Can you type a little bit slower? Cynthia's camera. The picnic at the garden park were wonderful and hopefully annual events. Absolutely. Anybody go to London on Thursday with Bernie? I'm open to attend. Thursday, I'm doing something Thursday. No, I can't. Clive, I gather Ronald Lane's garden party is now included in the calendar of events to be seen, along with Ascot Wimbledon and Glyndebourne. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what the date's going to be for next year's event, but we'll have to wait to hear from them. That's if they want us back in their garden again. Fiona, I really enjoyed both the picnic and the garden party. Thanks to everybody. Thank you, Fiona. Great, I'm coming if Jeremy. It was lovely you were able to come. Yeah, it was absolutely. Yeah. Right. So that's that. Now then, the raffle. Can I first of all ask a question? Please do not bring the Christmas raffle. This is. Please do not bring prizes along on the day. What we would like to try and do is we've already got some. We've got vouchers. I'm not going to mention where they're from. We've got vouchers. We've got paintings. We've got crafts and bits and bobs and things like that. But what we're going to try and do is gather them all together so that we've all, Cynthia and I have got them, say by early December, so that when we go down on the morning of the meal, we will have everything set up for when everybody arrives. And that's probably a bit of a shock to Cynthia because I hadn't told her that. But that's what I was thinking about earlier on. So it's just something that's shot into my noodle. Give them to you on a Bognor walk? Yeah, finally, absolutely. Yes, so that'd be good. Sorry, Cynthia. But we'll Cynthia and I, and we'll rope Steve and Laura as well to get it all ready. We don't want to have a huge number of raffle prizes. The ones that we've got have already been promised to, and that's great. Please, can you bring private prizes on the day if necessary, as long as we know about them. Now you've just got to go. Have you been listening to what I've been saying, Cynthia? Come on. I'm going to have to, excuse me, I'm going to have to take my jumper off. I'm actually getting hot now. Excuse me. And this is the only thing that's coming off as well. Oh, chuck that over there. Make sure my hair's all lovely. That's it, that'll do. Lynn, there's no point in me saying anything, is there, really? As you see the videos, I can be saying something and Steve or Cynthia will overrule me. And that's exactly what's happened even now. Oh, dear. Yeah, thank you, Steve. It may not be possible for everything to be. It will, because I will drive round to everybody's house just for a day out to get them all. Now, this is something else, and it's all to do, as you all know, I've asked if we can do the charity this year for amyloidosis. I think I've told most of you, if you don't know, it's to do with my cousin's, Rodney's wife, who passed away January the 8th this year, from this very, very rare disease called amyloidosis. And I would suggest you don't look it up, because when Daphne was first diagnosed with it, she said to me, Kevin, don't look it up. And I have to admit I did, and I wish I hadn't. So, so that's what the raffle's about. Stripogram. Not quite, Michael, no. Yeah, drive me to something, as I've mentioned, something that Cynthia and I have touched on, and we're going to talk to Steve about this on Friday. I ain't going to get to the pub early to set up. Yeah. Little bit of lubrication on the way when we get there, I mean. We've had a bit of an idea. There is the possibility, and I think Cynthia has checked this out, there is within the website of amyloidosis, you can set up, it's not called GoFundMe, it's called for donations. I can't remember what it's called. Cynthia will tell me, or somebody will. We thought that we would do a challenge, just giving. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Cynthia. During November, I think Cynthia said there's 30 days in November. Yes, there is. To walk 30 miles during September, which is a mile a day. You can do it as fast as you want or as slow as you want, but 30 miles, and see if you can get some sponsors, do whatever you think is appropriate, and we'll do a Just Giving page in aid, in memory of Daphne, but in aid of amyloidosis. Now, I think Cynthia suggested we would do something like this for July, for the July walk, and Mill, and the December one, just twice a year, 2 charities for the year, and we do a little bit just to try and raise a little bit of money for the charities that whatever we come up with. So, as I say, we're going to talk about that in more detail with Steve, but I wanted to throw it out there to you tonight just to see get a bit of feedback and see how you feel about it. So, if you don't want to comment about it on here live tonight, message us privately. You can message Steve, Cynthia, or I. You probably message me, I'll forget them. So you're probably better off messaging Steve or Cynthia, because they will get a notepad and write everything down. Whereas I'll see a message and it'll go up there and it'll come out there. And we can ask, and I think I would be right. Oh, wait, no. I'm just stopping myself there, because I think if I say this, Cynthia or Steve's going to say, no, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to read this first before I say it. We would always choose a charity that is close to home. We did breast cancer in August, as it has affected several of our. Yes, absolutely. Brilliant. And what I was going to suggest was that if anybody, not now, not tonight, if anybody wants to suggest a charity, then hello, Alison. Thank you for joining us 40 minutes into the evening. We can make a note of the charities, and then we can choose choose something from them. And that'd be great. So if everybody, as I say, if you want to message us privately, then please do so. But if we can just do a little bit, just to raise a little bit of money, just to send to these charities, then I think that would be a great cause to do. Great thing to do. I'd like to support a dog charity. Andrew, if you want to name a dog charity, then send us the details and we'll make a note of it, and then we'll look at adding that to the list. There is one I've got right at the top of the list. What was it called? Hang on, let me just. Oh yes, it's called the Kevin Hall Charity. So if you want to do a Just Giving page for Kevin Hall, that would be lovely. There's a quick change of subject, Mike. Yes, it is actually. It's a very good menu, I think. Yeah, absolutely, Rob. If you've got one that you've got in mind, mate, let us know. Thank you, Ian. If Fiona, it's the only way I'm ever going to get anything. I'm not like Paul from Our Days Out. He gets stuff sent to him to check and do check it out and do a video about it. Watto's the same. He gets stuff sent to him. Charity begins at home, Kevin. It does, Michael. It does, and it's this home here. Oh dear. I've been in this place since, when did I move in here? 2012, 2013. Did a loft conversion. This was the main bedroom in the old building. But yeah, Andrew Murphy saying, very true, Mark. Yeah. Lynn's saying, I'm sorry, Kevin, I've got to go now. What? That's shocking. It's been lovely catching up with everyone. Night all. Take care. I'll catch up from this point later on. Lots of love. Bye-bye, Lynn. Take care. Yep. Give Kevin a decent bed charity. Yeah. Thanks. Actually, has anybody noticed I'm sitting in a new chair? No, actually, it's not new. I got it free off the local site. I've been looking for something for ages. The trouble is, it's not trouble. I've got two cushions underneath it just to lift me up a little bit higher. Yeah, take care, Lynn. Regards to Rich, and give Kai a little stroke from me. He's a lovely little fella. Not Rich, I mean Kai. Rich is a tall fella. Night, Lynn, 15 minutes, Tracy. Hey, what's that? What? Yeah. So the chair is nice and comfy. Couldn't see the chair. There it goes. Oh God, I had a job to get back up then. Ian, yes, it is. It's not a new chair. It's a free chair. But no, actually, it's all right. It means I can, if I can actually, head back, bit of a rocking motion. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm here for the duration, Rob. That's somebody. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. I think that's the list. Yes, I think that's it. Cynthia, Steve, is there anything that you want to add to the list? Ian McCagan, Yeah. Oh, well, I've already read that. Is that a new car? Is that what you said just now? I misread it. Oh yeah, I probably did. Mike, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The group of people that we get together every year is great. Um, Everybody gets on, they're friendly, and that's what it's all about. Michael said, I bought my wife a new chair, but she won't let me plug it. Alison saying, I think I'm coming down with a cold, but feeling very. Alison, I said right at the start of the show, there is a lot of viruses going around at the moment, and one of them is a really nasty cold virus. And yeah, well, the tiredness is, I believe, part of it. So yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Anyway, Clive said, I've got an old car seat booster cushion, which no, I'll probably be my head will be above the screen here by then. My God, Clive, I think. Robert Croser is saying, "Oh, great, Mike's going as well. Doubly worth the journey." Well, Rob, it's worth the journey because Mr. Norris is going to be there. Andrew saying, Mike Dixon, I agree. Looking forward to seeing you. I hope Bella will be in attendance. Rob Croser, and my presence will be the cherry on the cake. Yeah, but there probably will be a cherry on the cake, actually. Are dogs allowed at the Christmas meal? As far as we know, yes. Yes. We don't know. Cynthia checked the website out, and it doesn't say they're not, but yeah, as far as I know, they are. I think they've got to be kept on a lead, and they've got to be well behaved. It's a dog-friendly pub, as Cynthia said. As I say, got to be kept on the lead, and they have to be well-behaved pooches. So Steve and Cynthia have not come back with any additional information. Is it? Yes, absolutely. You got to wear a Christmas jumper if you've got one. That is. Mark English, isn't there a no Northerners policy? I tried to get one brought in, Mark, but the people at the pub, they said we're treading on tricky ground there. We could have issues. Hot dogs are on the menu. Andrew's saying dogs have to be allowed. If we're having our own room, they should be. If they allow Robbie up the north, then better is a must. Rob said he's given Andrew Norris. He's given Andrew Norris, yes. Christmas hats, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I've been looking on all different selling sites to come up with an option for either a Christmas shirt or another Christmas jumper. Rob saying I'll hide under the table with a dog's I keep hearing that there is another COVID virus going around. There is, Alison. There's more than one. I think I read there's 5 different viruses in the country at the moment, and two newest strains. When was it? I had COVID a few weeks back, and I wasn't very good for about 3 days. Pretty similar to when I had it the first time, actually. Should Bella wear her Christmas jacket? Absolutely. As long as she doesn't overheat, Mike, because it'll probably get quite warm in there. We won't want anything to happen to Bella. Clive Wolf, Northerners are allowed in the pub as long as they I can't imagine Rob having a leash put on him to keep him under control. Oh God. Oh dear. That was Yeah, no, I've just thought about something then. Ian saying, I have some sort of a virus. Dry, sore throat. Yep. But no temperature. Just sneeze a lot. Yep. You've got it. It could be, Ian. Different people react different ways, Ian. If you know, when I had it, when I felt rough, I just thought, you know, not feeling right. Luckily, I had a test kit here, and it very, very faint. I think Cynthia had it about the same time. But other than I did go out and wore a mask. I know you don't have to. I went and bought some more test kits, but after about 3 days, the positive line was very, very red. But it depends on how people want to deal with it. It's down to the individual person. Me personally, you know, and I've said all the way along, I just do what I think is right. I don't want to be someone that's going to go out and possibly pass it on to somebody else that is not as well as I am and might cause some problems. So, well, there was last night, Kevin. What was? Remind me. Well, there was last night. What was? What was last night? I was out last night. Well, not out. I was out, but not out. Oh, look, 2052, and he rocks up. She got back from a fab meal, just checking in. Hello and goodbye, probably. Yeah, thanks, Paul. Yeah. I hope you had a nice time, mate, with your sister and out with Kim. We've been talking about predictive text, yeah. There, look, sorry, gotta go, says Fiona. Good night, Fiona. Take care of yourself. We are watching now. Thank you. I think I'm going to pack up now and go now. He's arrived. Paul, you could have had it on your phone in the restaurant, so you could have entertained everybody. Perfect. Can you start again? Oh my God. That means I've got to go and fill my glass up with wine again. I'll be laying on the floor or laying on that bed behind me if I have to start again, Paul. Leash. Yeah. Oh, you had a leash on last night, did you? I was thinking about something like that earlier on, but I wasn't going to say anything. Yeah. Standard, said Paul. Yep, you're not wrong there, mate. I had two last night. 2 glasses, probably about that big. And I walked home as well. What have we walked into? You've missed all the relative information from my list. You're going to have to watch it all the way back to find out what we've said. Rob's clearly into bondage. He's into summit. He's definitely in the summit. Yeah, see? Paul, yes, see what you missed out on? We're going to have Mr. Croser on a leash at the Christmas dinner. That's the decision. We had a vote on it earlier on. Mike Dixon, raising money for charity sounds a great idea. Thank you, Mike. You're only about 30 comments too late. Oh dear. I didn't realise it was that kind of party. Well, it clearly was for Rob last night. Yeah. That's why he's up north and we are down here. How are we doing? We are 54.5 minutes into it. We've got 25 people watching, which has been pretty standard all the way through. And we've got 20 thumbs up. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody. Clive saying, good move, blame your predictive text after it. Oh no, don't start doing that. What? Have you mistyped there? Imbibing too much wine with a meal. That wouldn't be Paul because he doesn't drink, Clive. See? Yeah. Are you coming to the Christmas party, Paul and Kim? Yes, they are. He's using big words. I know. Paul, you know I have problems with big words. Oh dear. That happened when I was out with Steve and I were out with you more than once. What was it? A tith? No, a tithe. I call it. Was it a tithe? Oh, I got it the wrong way round. Big words don't sit well with me, Paul, do they? Actually, little words don't either. So yeah. We've talked about the walks, Paul. We've talked about the Christmas meal. We've talked about the charity. We've talked about the raffle. We've talked about a November charity. Yeah. Thank you, asparagus. Yeah. It wasn't anything to do with asparagus. It was apparatus. So there. November challenge to do a Just Giving page in memory of Daphne, and for the charity, of course. Yeah. Well done for all the fundraising. We haven't done it yet. Rob's saying, won't say what I do with Tracy's leg. I've got no answer to that at all. The tea party. Oh yes, the tea party. Sorry, what? Oh yeah. Hang on. Okay, Vicky. Lovely broadcast, mate. How are you today? I'm very well, thank you. Okay, Vicky. Who is okay, Vicky? Are you new to the channel? Let us know who you are. Exploring places in history. Hello, I'm Ellie. Hello, Ellie. Paul's sister. Oh, hello. How are you? Have you been to the pub? No, I've been drinking wine here. Ellie, this happens once a month on the first Sunday of the month at 8 p.m. British Standard Time. Oh gosh, look at all these people coming in. Howdy, mate. Howdy. Tracula? Hi, I'm Tracula. Hello. You'll be very disappointed to know, well, you might not be disappointed to know. Owen, good evening, sir. In 2 minutes' time, I pack up. Okay, Vicky, I am new and I saw you on my recommended. Oh, right. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for coming in and joining us. Just so you know, it's just me picking up on people's comments. Most of the people up here that do the commenting are friends of mine through my YouTube channel, Kevin's Rambles, or my Facebook group, which is Kevin's Rambles Group. Yeah, you're welcome to join. The only thing I will tell you is that I have got a couple of moderators out there that will be keeping an eye on conversations, and if they see anything untoward, it will be taken down. So just in case. I play a video game called Roblox. Do you play? No, I don't, Vicky. I don't play any games. I'm an old man, you know. I'm an old man. I'm Vicky's friend. He told me to come and say hello. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. The stream is very relaxing. Nice, enjoyable talk. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Tracy said you made me smile. Exploring places in history. I'm currently in Gloucester with my brother Watto, but I live in Scotland now. Will you ramble up that way? It's a long way to walk, Ellie. It's a long way to ramble up that way. Probably not. I don't know. Steve, my best pal Steve, he's been up there recently with his wife doing the something or other 500. So he may have even passed your house en route. So yeah, I've had a couple of messages come through, and I don't know what they are. I can't look at the moment because that'll knock the screen straight out from the YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody coming in and having a look, see what we're up to. Just to let you new guys know that my channel is about churches and walks and a few interviews and things like that. Meetups with, I do a monthly walk with my friends from my Facebook group. Sorry, folks, if I keep getting messages pop through and it blanks out the screen. So that's basically what my channel's about. I want the channel to grow, obviously, as everybody would do. And yes, so if you want to join us, you're very welcome. But that's what we do. That's what I do. Ellie's saying, no, the NC 500 is the west. We're east. You'd be very welcome. Thank you, Ellie. Ellie, I think actually I think I subscribe to your channel. I don't know if you do the other way though. I'm pretty sure I do it. Yeah, because I've seen your videos. Rob Croser said, done half of it, Steve. Well, it's about time you did the other half, Robert Croser. Okay, Vicky says, oh, it's a super nice channel. I have subscribed. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay, Mark. Okay, Mark. Okay, Mark, what? Bit like your half pints. Yeah, Rob likes his half pints. Thanks. Oh, no, you're very welcome, Vicky. Very, very welcome. We started in Glasgow, then Inverness, up the east coast, along the north, and down to the west coast to Fort William. Yes. Yes. Does that mean yes, you are subscribed to my channel, or whatever? Yes, me and the halves. Yeah, with Merlot Andrew and Merlot Mark. Hey, that's good. That's good names for you. Merlot Mark and Merlot Andrew. Oh, well, I've got a new one. Hello, what's this one? Well, I think it says ESO. Does it? Good evening, customers. As the time is now 8:50 p.m., the store will be closed in 10 minutes' time. Whoa, don't know about that. It's 21:03 now. Andrew said, Mr. Croser, that would be a large Merlot, please. Good, steady, Andrew. Well, no, you'll be all right because you never drive, do you? So, Indianapolis 500 next, then, Steve. Yeah. Round and round, eh? Yeah, just go round and round. Red card for that one for me, thanks. Yeah. Got any hobbies, mate? Yeah. YouTube, making videos, that sort of thing. Yeah. What has my day has been very quiet, actually. I've had a very quiet day today. Thank you for asking. Because I live on my own, I'm doing all the ironing. What's the biggest walk you've ever did, Kevin? Oh, gosh, about 12 miles. Yeah. 12 miles, I think, Owen, is about the longest I've done. Cynthia or Steve will correct me if I'm wrong. Mark's catchphrase should be, shut that. Yeah. So yes, going back to your question, yes, that's pretty much keeping an eye wandering. Yeah, that's it. Keeping an eye. That's exactly what it is. So I've had a very quiet day today, as I say, getting ready for tonight's live. I have to meditate and get myself ready for all this, 12 miles is a big walk. Yeah, it is, Owen. We were doing what they call the Serpent's Trail, which is a 64-mile walk starting in Hazelmere in Surrey to Petersfield in Hampshire. And we were doing this, I think, the second part of it. And as we were walking along, I slipped on the root of a tree. Didn't say anything to Steve and Cynthia until we were heading back to the car, and the pain was getting pretty bad. So yeah, it was not a good idea, and that's as far as we've got. We stopped then. Right, let me catch up with some of these comments. Mark Burgess, good. Hello, Mark. Oh, good night, Mark. Shut that door. Tracula, does this gentleman take donations? I would love to send a small gift. Which gentleman are we talking about, Tracula? Medicate, did you? Yeah. Have you ever taken any walks on a farm? I really enjoy seeing animals while on some walks I take where I live. Where do you live, Vicky? We don't actually walk on a farm. We've walked through farms and things like that. So yeah, we do that, of course. I'm in London. Oh, okay. One of my other friends on here, Michael, he's in London as well. I can't remember which part, but yeah, he's up there as well. But we get out into the countrysides and things like that, and all that sort of stuff. Very central. Not much nice parts though. Oh right, okay. Who's been nicking mushrooms in the Ashton Forest? Tracula, I'm currently in a pleasant small town located in Norway. Oh, brilliant. That's excellent. Michael said he's in North London. Are you Arsenal side, Michael, or Tottenham side? Now, be careful what you say here. I love it that we get people joining us from Vicky's saying, come on, you. Oh, no. Really? You are. Jesus Christ. There always has to be one. Steve hasn't. I have. I've pretty much given up golf. In fact, my golf clubs have got more cobwebs on them than the cobwebs outside. Haha, winning the league. Yeah, you're up there at the moment. Michael said Golders Green side, Kevin. All right, okay. Golders Green, that's more Arsenal side, isn't it? Is that right? I don't know London very well, so. Good evening, Kevin. Excellent. I'm sure about 10 minutes ago, didn't you say it? Hello? Good morrow. Good morrow. It's night time. It's 21:08 in the UK. I don't know where you are, ISO. I want to call you ESO, but that's not right, is it? It's I would have said ISO. I don't want to be rude by mispronouncing your name, but yeah. There's me thinking. I would like to think they are Tottenham as Golders Green. That's a very good point. Yeah. There's me thinking. Get past 9 o'clock, and then the amount of people joining in and taking part will be going down. It's gone up. I'm in Birmingham. Oh, right, you're up that way. So you're in West Midlands, is that right? West Midlands. I've got family in the East Midlands, which is Nottingham area, and I think Birmingham. No, perhaps you're not as far up as West Midlands, ISO. I know Wolverhampton and places like that, they're West Midlands, but I don't know whether Birmingham comes into that bit. Birmingham, Coventry. I don't know if that comes into that area. The Yids, they are called Tottenham Hotspur. Yep, I've supported them for about since I was about 6 or 7. Through good times and bad. And we've had a lot of bad and not many good. But we did win a cup last year, didn't we, Arsenal fans? Who, not Tottenham? I don't know whether Arsenal won anything last year, did they? Let me think now. Now, I think Tottenham certainly did. Yeah. I'll bid you all good night. Thank you, Andrew, all the way from there over there in Croatia. Really appreciate you joining in, and we'll catch up with you soon, my friend. Say hello to Yasna, and give Zorro a little strike from me. Blimey. Okay, I'll respect the years for that reason. Thank you, Vicky. You're very kind. You're very kind. Good night, Alison. Good night. Take care. Well, folks, look, it's 11 minutes past 9. I've had 32 people watching tonight. I really appreciate all your time. To all the new people that have joined in this evening, which was Izo and Vicky, and who was the other one? Let me scroll back. Tracula. I really appreciate you joining in tonight. Thank you very much. Hopefully you will come back again, and I will bid you all a very, very good night. Thank you very much for joining me. I need to go and rest this voice because it's beginning to go again. Thank you, Owen. Much appreciated. And I will say, stay safe, stay well, and I will see you in 1 month's time. Thank you, Tracula, and I will do the same. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.